Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Enough Said podcast. We have a special episode for you today. So we are getting ready for season 4. We are fired up. We got a special episode today, special guest as well that we're going to bring on in a second. What up, guys? How's everyone feeling? All right?
What's up? What's going on?
All right. Everybody doing good?
It's hot.
All good. Yes.
It's all good. No, it's not all good, guys. It's hot. I mean, it's 92 degrees in Atlanta at 10:30 in the morning. Come on.
Yeah, man. You know,
it's summer.
Yeah, it is summer.
It is.
Yeah, but we're not even in August yet. I mean, I know August is this week,
summer,
but
right?
Jesus, yeah. Wait till the middle of August. I may not be here.
Ain't no ozone, man.
Yeah. Air quality and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least we don't have the wildfire air coming in. So, we've had that too. But
yeah.
All right, enough of that nonsense though. Let's get to the stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to everybody who maybe is listening to us for the first time today. We are the Enough Said podcast. Just so you know, you can check us out online, Enough Said Crew. You can also email us at enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. If you like our show today, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. So welcome to get everybody on board and having some people watch us each week. All right. With that being said, let's get the introductions. Let's get the normal people on this show first. Not that there's not normal people, but our mainstay, ones who run every week. And we're going to get to our guests. We're excited about our guests. Some of us aren't normal, like Jermaine. Yeah, we'll get to that later. But all right, this first guy, after he ate them, it hit him like a bunch of avalanches. Well, that's what he gets for eating all those damn ice cream sandwiches. Say hi to Jermaine, everybody.
What's up, Jermaine?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
I ate 24 ice cream.
How many ice cream sandwiches was that, Jermaine?
There was a box of 24.
You ate all 24.
And you know what? I blame Dre. Dre's like, man, there's some ice cream sandwich when I used to live in Maryland. What's the supermarket called? What's those supermarkets called, Mike? Giant. There it is. Yeah. I went to Giant. I
brought the horse to the water, but I didn't make you drink it.
Yeah, so, I know. But, man, I just couldn't stop eating one. But, no, it's all good. I'm still here.
By the way, the sponsor of our show today is Klondike. I'm just saying. When it comes to quarterbacks over the years, he's seen dozens. But nothing gets him more excited than his boy Kirk Cousins. Say hi to Andre, everybody.
Kirk Jr.
Wow, man. Really?
Ever since you watched that quarterback episode, man, you got to think for Kirk Cousins now. I don't know what it is.
Man. So, yes, like you said, Sal, he's got a hump on his back.
He's got more than a hump. Dude's carrying a whole camel.
Yeah, full of money that he don't deserve. How about that? Yeah,
the door's closing on him. His ARP card is already at his house.
I know. Yeah. How about it? I send him mine.
All right, this last guy. When it comes to football, he does not need a manual, but he does talk more trash than Deebo Samuel. Say hi to Mike, everybody.
As long as he don't take his shirt off, we're good.
What's up, Mike?
Mike, I'm going to do like the Philly thing. Like, keep Jalen's name out of your mouth. Why does Deebo got to keep bringing him up, man? Why does he got to keep bringing up Deebo?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a sour taste. He ain't do nothing in the championship game, really. So I guess he just feels like he's got to keep bringing it up.
Man,
that game's going to be ugly towards the end of the season. I feel as though a couple people's going to get thrown out, especially when it's in Philly. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be ugly. It's going to be fun for us, but it's going to get ugly.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going. I already told myself I'm not going to that game.
All right, well, we got this person waiting, as Hef likes to say, in the background. So we got this person waiting, and I want to bring her in. So let's just say, Jermaine, do you know what the number 9 is, by the way?
That's Joe Burrow's number, isn't it?
All right, yeah. And she's also wearing his jersey. So you might find her singing My Old Kentucky Home. or pulling up a picture of Joe Burrow on her phone. Let's bring in Sierra Dre. What's up, Sierra?
What's up, Sierra?
What's up, Sierra? What's going on? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing good.
Good to have you. Yeah,
yes.
Good to have you. Yep. So,
yeah,
Bengals
welcome
in the house. Who they?
Who they?
Yeah, who they?
There you go.
You know, she's got. Oh yeah, that's right. She's got. Do you know the story behind that, guys? Because I was going to bring that up, but maybe Sierra can tell it. What is the story behind Who They? Sierra, go ahead.
It started like in the 80s, I think, or like officially with the Bengals, but it's who they think gonna beat them Bengals.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
From there's a language barrier or something.
Well, from what I heard too, this is the rumor. So in 1885, they sold beers at Riverfront Stadium, right? And evidently the guy's name who sold it had Who Day in it. So when they would call the beer, they would say Who Day, and it sounded like they were saying Who Day. So that's
they still sell those. It's a Huda Pole beer in Cincinnati.
There you go.
They still got them. They have a little tiger on them and everything.
That's cool.
Right.
Is it good?
Cool.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Is it pretty good? Yeah. Okay.
They have some that are kind of like a little bit odd flavor that are not for me, but the
right.
regular ones are good.
Oh, the regular ones. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. All
so what's the beer choice out there? Is that the beer choice or is there another one?
I think because I don't live in Cincinnati, right? They have a lot of the small ones. I know that like 16 Lots is a group that does a lot of stuff in the city and have a lot of beers that are popular. Okay. They have they got Ken Anderson used to be the quarterback for the Bengals in the 80s. He has a Kenny's Day Drinking Lager for them. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Nice. I like it.
All right.
That's cool. All right. Well, the way that today is going to go, Sierra, is we'll chat with you for a little bit, and then we have a game at the end, which we always play, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's similar to Hollywood Squares, so we'll do that at the end with some trivia. It's going to be a combination of Kentucky facts and some Bengal facts, so it's going to be a combination of both. But all right, well, let's get this party started. I know the guys want to ask you some questions too, but I'll just start out like, how did you get into football and sports so much? Because that was one of the things that I found when I, noticed you on social. Like you had so much going on with sports. You like the Reds, you like the Bengals. How did this all get started?
Well, actually, I grew up watching the Bengals specifically. We watched the Reds growing up some too, but where we were from, the broadcast was kind of difficult, so we didn't see the Reds every day. I actually saw the Braves a lot, but I'm not a Braves fan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I did grow up watching the Bengals. When I was a kid, Ocho Cinco was on the Bengals, so that was,
yes.
super exciting. They can draw you in, man.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was a huge Bengals fan, so.
Okay.
Nice.
That's awesome. And I know that Mike wants to ask this. The Bengals Chiefs rivalry, right, Mike? Do you want to ask something specifically or you just want to know about it in general?
Oh, that's what you think. You think it's the best rivalry in football right now?
I think it is one of the best right now. I think it's the most angry rivalry in football right now. I think honestly that we're having more like back and forth with the Chiefs than we are with our own division. We usually go back and forth with the Steelers and the Ravens and the Browns, I guess. And right now there's so much back and forth with the Chiefs and everything. Anything any player says can get, blown out of proportion. If it's about the Chiefs, it doesn't matter.
That's cool. Well, I know. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's what I'm saying, because I didn't relate. You're definitely right, because that whole thing, I was watching that quarterback show. We were just talking about it with Kirk Cousins and everything. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's pretty good. But they highlight the season and Patrick Mahomes, and in particular, they talk about that Bengals rivalry and the whole thing with Burrowhead and all that stuff. And, I really think the Bengals were the better team. Even when they lost in the championship game last year, I think the Bengals still really had them beat, and just a couple of plays didn't go their way. But yeah, it's interesting how that division, it's always been the black and blue division, the AFC North, and then now here it is, a team outside of the division is your chief rival, it seems like.
Yeah.
But I think you guys think it's better than like Dallas and the Eagles, or now Dallas and San Francisco even is really starting to spike up quick after that championship game too. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think the Dallas San Fran, it's going to be more now for the next couple of years with that rivalry. I think it's going to be San Fran and Philly.
Oh, come on.
With those, forget that.
That's coming.
Yeah, San Fran and Philly.
Eagles Niners is going to be the next rivalry.
That's San Fran and Dallas. That's so 90s, 80s. You know what I mean?
I also think that everybody's excited about this one because it's new, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Right.
know that Philly hates Dallas. Everybody knows.
Yeah, exactly.
This is new.
Yeah.
Right. This is new. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's been around forever. That's why when they realigned some of the divisions, they didn't take him away out of that division because, I mean, technically Dallas would be essential.
I think we're always going to have to be in division with Pittsburgh no matter what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Without a doubt, man.
At one point, that was a rivalry. If you think about it, if you go back, you know, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati was a definite. I thought it was a rivalry.
I was a teenager, I guess. It was a crazy rivalry.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they had it was a fight every time.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
was that like when they had
Brown, right?
Yeah.
They hit in that game kind of changed him for a while. And Vertez Burfict, you know.
Man. I'll never forget that guy.
He ran out the tunnel. They thought he won the game.
You know, he's really like a nice guy, not on the football field, right? He's active in the community, but he just lags out.
You also had Pac-Man Jones on there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Pac-Man was wild, man.
Well, the reason when I was saying one of the rivalries, this is why Antonio Brown is the way he is, because isn't that game where he got smacked and he hasn't been right since?
That's what I'm saying. Vertez Burfict. It came across the middle.
Was that perfect? That was perfect.
I think it was.
Now it all makes sense.
It's going to the decline. It hasn't been right since.
It was a playoff game, right?
Yeah.
And you were ahead with like under 2 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember vividly, my dad turns off the TV, throws the remote, and he's like, I hate football.
Yeah. Now, did you do the icky shuffle, Sierra, or is that?
I think I have done the icky shuffle, but I was not alive when Icky Woods was playing.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was going to say. I'm like, wait a minute, Sal. I mean,
am I dating myself now? I'm not that old, but you know, I remember Icky.
When you guys blew that lead against San Fran against Montana, and then back in the day when that the immaculate drive that Montana had. I know that had to make your dad and everybody that's a Bengal fan sick.
Yeah, certainly. You know, because we lost to him twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
What Mike was saying earlier in that documentary, Patrick Mahomes says that the Bengals is like his nemesis. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
He's like, I lost to these guys twice. I can't. I don't know. I can't lose. Do it again. You know.
I think so. We got Orlando Brown Jr. right came over to the Bengals this offseason on the offensive line. I remember something. I don't remember if it was Mahomes or Kelsey was like, you know, it kind of feels like, you know, your friends going over to the dark side. You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
So how is the offensive line? I mean, I haven't been really paying attention, but you know, you guys tighten up on that line because it sounds like y'all definitely got to protect Burrow. You know, if y'all want to make a deep run this year.
Before last season, they actually made a lot of moves, and then by the time the season ended, like 3 of them had gotten hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
They were pretty good. It took them a couple weeks to, you know, gel together, especially because they didn't get to work with Burrow in preseason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, like in December, Lyle Collins tore his ACL, so then he was out for the rest of the season. We had Alex Kappa we got from Tampa. He got hurt late in the season.
Well, okay. So it was injury plague that was pretty much.
I remember that chip. That
they were still better than the one we went to the Super Bowl with, though.
You know, I always say I think that's why Mike's going to hit me for this, but I think that's why San Francisco gets their quarterbacks hurt so much. Their offensive line has not been able to protect them. You know, you guys are like.
Well, it could be the scheme too. You got to blame the coach. I mean, just like Mike always jumped on that championship game. He's like, "How do you have a tight end covering Hassan Reddick?" You know what I'm saying? So this could be the scheme, Sal. Like,
hey, look at Dallas. How can you have Zeke playing center and get bulldozed?
Oh my God. That was hilarious, man. This 3 linemen.
He's visited other places.
They still trolling that, man. They still show that on NFL Network. Yeah. I'm looking at TikTok. It's hilarious, man.
Drake, can you bring that up? Drake, can you bring that up again? It's just too funny. We got to see that again.
That was hilarious.
He's visited some places else. He's like, I don't want to play center anymore.
Because he was looking back. He's like, what the way he was looking at Dak is like, what the hell am I doing here? You know what I mean? It's like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
San Francisco was like, you see them like digging in their cleats. They're like ready to go. They're like, oh, this is
and
too
how
good.
Stupid. And y'all practice this play? How stupid is that? Somebody to bring it up. They're like, yeah, put Zeke at center.
I actually kind of have this theory that this may not be true, but unless we get to play the Niners in the Super Bowl, I don't think we're going to win one. You know, like
she's coming at you, Mike. I like it.
She's coming at all of us,
right? And the last team I think that we beat in the playoffs 31 years ago was the Oakland Raiders, right? And we broke our streak by beating the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think it might be a thing.
Yeah,
it might.
But I don't care. I'd still say I know that Cincinnati is a good team now, but you know what? I was in love when Cincinnati had Carson Palmer. You know what I mean? They had TJ Houshmandzadeh. You know what I mean? And Chad Ochocinco. Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, you know. And then I said, you know what? Marvin's got to go because Marvin cannot win. He's got to go. Me and Dre used to talk about it all the time. I said, why does he still have a head coaching job? You know what I mean? For all those years here, you know.
Here we go. This is great. Oh my God. Look at this tag is giving the hot count. Boom. Oh man,
you gotta love it, man.
Mike, you gotta love that, Mike.
Yeah. Doing something weird at the end of the game.
Oh man, that's classic. That never gets old, man. Watching that.
No,
my God.
Stupid. Yeah. But yeah, that was my team back in the days here. You know, with those guys. I mean, they was loaded on both sides, I believe. And I said, you know, they got a chance. And then when Carson Palmer went out with that leg injury, I said, oh, yeah, well, that's it.
That was a playoff game too.
I'll never forget that. Steelers. He threw that
low hit.
Yeah, that was nasty, man. I was like,
that was a low hit. They said it was pretty dirty. A lot of Bengals fans were not happy about that.
Yeah,
it was that was a dirty hit.
But
that's that rivalry, you know.
Yeah. I was probably I think I was 10 years old when that happened. So that I think that was one of the first full seasons I remember following closely.
Right. Yeah.
So
I remember games and stuff from before that, but I think that's the first one I remember following closely.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
So let me ask you something.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Let me ask you something. How do you feel about your running game? I mean, Joe Mixon and just not being, he has his highlights. But as far as him staying healthy, I mean, the man is a beast if he can stay healthy. But I mean, how do you feel about the running game?
Last year he had a concussion.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on anybody else than just get a concussion. But I do love that he's taken a pay cut this offseason.
Right.
Running back market.
Yeah.
I think most people in Cincinnati really like Joe Mixon. He's proven that he can play. A lot of downs, play regular. He doesn't usually play on third down. They usually bring somebody else in for that.
Yeah. Okay.
I also think that just sometimes the running game is just not a focus of this team, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just looking at that when he had that 5 touchdown. What was that?
It was 5.
You know what I mean?
He was on my fantasy teams. He had those 5 touchdowns. I
remember that. Yeah.
I
think the other running back is
P-Ryan. Those fantasy numbers just blew up.
Yeah. P-Ryan's in Dallas or in Denver now, I think.
He's in Denver. Okay.
Oh, so
he was there last year.
He left. He left.
Wow.
Okay. It's interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
They paid him a pretty decent amount of money, especially in this running back market in Denver.
The running back market. Everybody's pissed. That's another story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The market for the running back.
Jonathan Taylor wants to trade.
I heard that this morning. I saw that this morning. He wants to request a trade.
Late last night, I guess.
Yeah.
After they talked to Jim Irsay, who had his crazy words, so I was just like, man, it is pretty much a mess right now for running backs.
Yeah. True.
Saquon might sit out. I think Saquon Barkley's going to sit out. He's talking about it.
No, he signed.
He signed. a one year that was
Yeah,
like
but-
not much
Year
more.
$1.
It's like $1 more than what the franchise
$1
tag
more,
was.
right?
Yeah, he's
He just feel good about it. Right?
he's not happy about it.
But
But
you know, I kind of want to lead into and bring up the schedule, Sierra, and get your predictions actually on the schedule, the Bengals schedule. So let me bring this up and we can just go through it real fast.
yeah, let's do it.
So in week 1, you guys have Cleveland Browns. So at Cleveland, what do you think?
Listen, I don't know why, but for some reason we're always going to lose at least one game to Cleveland. So
So you always split every year with Cleveland.
the year we went to the Super Bowl, Cleveland beat us twice.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Starters because it was week 18, but
right.
Okay. Yeah.
How about those Ravens? So you're saying you're 0-1 already, or you want to know?
I don't know if we're going to lose that one or the other one, but I expect we'll lose one of the games.
Okay, all right, gotcha. How about those Ravens?
We'll win that one. That one's in Cincinnati. That's opening day.
Okay. You got the Rams, which are a laughing stock.
Pass.
She said pass. You know
That's actually a rematch of the Super Bowl.
They're doing
right?
a whiteout game for that one.
Okay.
They're doing the whiteout, white tiger helmets, everything for that one.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
How about Tennessee?
That's gonna be.
Well, they usually hate us, but we usually win. So
Okay.
Cardinals. They're another pass.
That has to be a win. That has to be a win.
If y'all lose this game, if y'all lose that game, Sierra, please, you know what I mean? We'll bring you back on just to troll you. Like,
okay.
The Seahawks. You're home.
I think we can win that one. Is that? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. He
I
should,
think it's a win.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
unless Russell Wilson comes back.
He's already there. I told you that. Week 7 is your bye week, and all right, Mike. After the bye week, you're at San Fran.
We gotta
I think
bring
it's gonna be
you on.
rough. I don't know if we're gonna win that one.
Ooh.
That's at San Fran. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's at San
One,
Fran.
it's at San Fran, and also like our offensive line has been good, but I don't know if they're that good because defensive line is good in San Francisco.
Hargrave and Bosa. That's a tough one. That's
Yeah.
some good rushers right there.
That's true.
Now the Buffalo Bills. I have to talk about the later season, but I think they're smoking mirrors now. I'm off the Buffalo train. So what's up with Buffalo?
Okay, I am too.
Josh
Well,
Allen.
Okay. Quick intermission. I was at the game where DeMar Hamlin went down.
Whoa.
I was at that game,
Whoa.
and just the way it was going at the time, I think we were going to win that one too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, they were 100%.
I just don't know. I just think that we might be a bad matchup for Buffalo.
And this is at home, so this is going to be a.
Also, I think everybody's going to want to go to that, especially because of what happened last time they were in Cincinnati.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Texans, pass? Win?
Yeah.
Okay.
They better beat the Texans.
Now you're in Baltimore.
Yeah, we might lose one to Baltimore in Baltimore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh at home.
At home or at Pittsburgh?
No, at home.
I think we're going to beat Pittsburgh. I think it's going to probably be ugly. It might be like,
it's always ugly
wild.
between you and
Games.
The
Pittsburgh.
rivals, I mean,
Yeah,
to me,
it's
Yeah.
always
this is a
ugly because you
tough-
guys know each other. That's why.
Right.
You know what
Just
I mean?
by looking
AFC
at
games
the-
are always ugly.
Yeah.
Just by looking at this beginning of the 12 weeks, you guys already got tough divisional matchups.
Yeah,
like,
this is already tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. But
the
they
way
don't
you
even play
scrolling
Pittsburgh
down-
until week 12.
Week
I mean,
12,
that's
yeah.
kind of odd, that deep in the season that they got the first game against Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got Jacksonville.
Jeez.
Well, Trevor Lawrence has never beaten Joe Burrow, so
All right,
Yeah.
so that tells me right there.
There you
That
go.
game too.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts at home.
oh come on.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's at home, but even if it was in Indianapolis, it would be a lot of Bengals fans.
Right.
Mhm.
And the game time's not, but you're at home also with Minnesota. Minnesota's a frauds too. So
Yeah, they
putting it
are.
out there.
Kirk Cousins, Dre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he is just not good. Not gonna help. Pittsburgh Steelers at
I think we could win
Pittsburgh.
both against the Steelers. Like I said, I don't think either of them's going to be pretty, but I think we could win them both.
Okay, so
I think so,
2-0 down. All right, here it is, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, we're going to beat the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
In Kansas.
This is in
Okay.
Kansas City, though, so like, most of the times we've played them have been in Kansas City. So
All right. And then looks like the Cleveland Browns to close the season.
That one depends on where we're at in the playoffs and whether anybody plays.
Okay. So
you're looking. Game.
They haven't been playing the last game of the season with their starters.
I'm thinking this is what I'm thinking, Sierra. So you guys played them. You'll beat Cleveland in week 1 and then lose in week 18 because you guys are probably going to come off a high from Kansas City. You know what I mean? Winning and all that stuff. And then that sucks the energy. And it's like, oh, we don't need this game. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it.
The last time, because we did that almost exactly, I think in 21 and 22 that season, we went to the Super Bowl. We played the Chiefs and we played Cleveland the next week.
Right.
But we had already locked up the division and we couldn't go anywhere in the playoff standing, so we rested all the starters.
Yeah. So you're just sitting everybody down. Yeah.
So you're definitely looking at like 11 wins, 12 wins.
I think our projection was like 12.
12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the ESPN's projection was, something like that.
Yeah. It's a tough schedule. That's for sure. I mean, Philly's not the only one that has a tough schedule, but I mean, then barring injuries,
that's like that.
Yeah, divisions,
division's tough. Yeah, the NFC East is usually pretty tough, but
NFC East fans are probably the only one that understands how much hatred there's in our division.
Yeah, because we hate all of them. We hate all of them.
Yeah. So, Sierra, you were into the economics, right? So, so all this stuff. So, what do you think? Like, are the Bengals going to be able to hold on to all these players like Higgins, Burrow, Chase? Like, how are they going to fit all this in, and how are they going to make this work?
Okay. So, I thought about this a little bit. For one thing, you were talking about like the 2005 team, right? Mm-hmm. At the time in 2005, Carson Palmer was the highest paid quarterback in football. Mm-hmm. They were paying Ocho Cinco right about, a little bit above NFL average, close to the high end of the wide receiver market. They were paying Hushmanzada right about average at the time. And they were also paying Willie Anderson. He was one of the highest paid. He was the highest paid right tackle in football at the time. Mm-hmm. They have done stuff like this before. I think it's sort of this that they don't pay people is a little bit of a myth. Mm-hmm. They don't pay. They have like positions they don't like to pay, I think, and they have positions they do like to pay. So and historically, our wide receivers have been pretty well paid.
Yeah, that's like the Eagles. Like Howie will not pay for linebackers. So he doesn't like linebackers, and he doesn't pay for. He loves offensive and defensive line. That's what and quarterback. But it seems like
pay for defensive backs a whole lot. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah, and Howie's very selective on his defensive backs too. Yeah, I agree. For some reason he doesn't like to pay, especially older players like over 30. He considers
that's what he did.
Yeah. So can they make it work between the three? I mean, is he going to get paid more than you think? Burrow's going to get paid more than Mahomes at this point, or no?
I don't even know. At this point, they've done so many restructures on Mahomes' contract. I don't even know what his yearly is anymore. But I will say that over the last year or so, every time they've talked about contracts with Mike Brown or with Duke Tobin, the Bengals front office, they've mentioned Patrick Mahomes' contract, the way it's structured and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm expecting it to be, pretty solid contract. I don't know if it's going to be as long as Mahomes, but I think something about the structure, they're pretty, into trying to recreate a little bit.
Yeah. I think with Justin Herbert getting his contract, I think he was 6 years, $258 million. So I think Joe's going to get more than that. Everyone seems to be, going over the next guy. It seemed like Jalen Hurts was going to be the highest paid, and Lamar, was right behind that. And then of course now Lamar's not, and Justin's the highest. So I think Joe probably 6 years. And then what's it, 270, something like that, maybe.
And I don't know what this says, about the contract specifically, but Joe gave a press conference recently where he said he was confident they'd be able to keep the group together on offense. Is what straight out of Joe Burrow's mouth. I guess he's in on the contract. So
this is my thing, and I know we amongst each other and everything. More Sal, Mike, and Dre do a lot of texting and stuff. What do you feel do you feel? Say if you was just a football player, say you're a football player, you're a star player, Sierra, and stuff.
Mhm.
All right, and what is more important to you? And I understand that money is money is not everything and
Mhm.
whatnot. What is more important to you, money or championships?
I mean, to me, it would have to be championships, right? Just
Right.
like the way Tom Brady did his entire career.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
know
how I
he
was.
obviously married somebody that had a lot of money, but
Yeah, because you see how Tom Brady restructured all the times, and nobody
Mhm.
really saying nothing behind the scenes, restructured his contract to get people in here to do what to do what they have
Yeah.
to do, and that's why they was such a dynasty. And even when he went to Tampa Bay and got that one championship, I think he restructured everything. So
yeah.
I feel as though that your money is going to come. You know what I mean? But I feel as though your character and how you play and all that stuff. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? It's based off of championships, not getting all this money and just trying to be greedy and this,
Yeah.
that, and the other
Mhm.
because the money's going to come.
And I understand people that feel like, this is their one chance to get paid. They,
Right.
they're running back, something like that. They think that this is their one contract they're really going to get.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think that Joe Burrow knows that the Bengals intend to keep him in Cincinnati if they possibly can for his whole career.
Right.
That's
I
going to
mean,
make a difference too.
yeah. I mean, I agree. What do you want to be known as, right? The quarterback who got so much money and never won a championship, or somebody who won championships and got into the Hall of Fame, right?
Exactly.
I
And
definitely,
yeah. Mhm.
I think, and I don't know what the public perception is of Joe Burrow really outside of Cincinnati, but he's a quiet guy. He goes to work, like he works all the time.
Mhm.
I know that I think a lot of people think he's super flashy all the time. He's really not. He said he turned down that quarterback show for the next season. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah.
he's a little bit like of the crazy competitor like Tom Brady is, right?
Yeah, and that's what I like about Burrow. Burrow's got that. He's got that. He wants it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, you can see it in his eyes and
Yeah.
how he plays and how the camera's on him and all that stuff. He wants it. You know what I mean? And I wasn't a big Mahomes fan until the Super Bowl. Until they beat us, unfortunately. But so my thing is, the top five, and I think we should get into that real fast to see, because I know we're going to answer that question, guys. Is where is the big BF? But no, I think look, if it came down to it, this is my thing. I feel as though that Burrow has more fundamentals than Mahomes. I'm sorry, because Mahomes. I mean, I understand he's a magician. He's a magician. But you know what? That magician is just one hit away from just getting paralyzed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just,
I
that's
know
just my
it's a hot
opinion.
take, but I agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's just on
Like-
board the way he's throwing it underhand, or he's throwing it behind his helmet, or you know what I mean, or he's doing this, he's doing that. I just feel as though that Kansas City is just a little too cocky, especially this whirl around that they do before this one play, how they circle around and then they go to the line of scrimmage. Come on, you're playing games and whatnot, and that's not how the game's supposed to be played. That's just my opinion, So
Yeah.
I mean, I think that like, I think we don't see as many highlights and stuff of Joe Burrow, but I think it's because he just makes the easy pass, right? He makes it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't do a lot of as much off script stuff, and when he does, it's just rolling out and making a pass downfield. It's not any of this, scoop pass, which is cool and it's exciting and fun.
Yeah, but that's going to cost you. I mean, just like that one year that the Bengals went to the Super Bowl and they want to go for it on fourth down or whatever. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's going to cost you at one point or another. I mean, you're not a dynasty. Every quarterback that's won Super Bowls has had the fundamentals. You don't see this throwing it out of your ear hole and all that stuff and whatnot. So that's just how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm old school.
I think of it like, if I watched my quarterback do that, I would be nervous. I'm nervous that like it's not that this shovel pass is not going to get there, or I'm nervous that like whatever, like I see Josh Allen hurdling people, and I'm like, I want my quarterback.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want Joe to keep his feet on the ground.
Keep his feet on the ground. Get rid of the ball when you think you're about to get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't run for it. Because you get clobbered by these 270-pound linebackers and whatnot. Just you're putting yourself at risk.
Well, Jermaine will tell you, I used to drive me nuts when on those 4th and 1s, Hurts would go and just smash into the line every single time, and I'm like, "You're gonna get the guy killed."
Linebacker, right? Like,
yeah. Yeah, but you just can't run your running back. And that's, like you said, same thing with Josh Allen and all that stuff. You can't run your running back 17, 18 times. When does that actually happen? So at one point, somebody's going to get hurt, and Allen did get hurt, you know what I mean, running all those times because they don't believe in running backs. I don't get it, but you're going to run your quarterback in the hole. It's crazy.
Look,
it's crazy.
We were biting our nails with Jalen Hurts. So
all those runs, and we got stung in Chicago. You know, we got stung, and it could have been a lot worse, but still, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that was just one of my questions. I mean, what do you believe in, money or championships? What's going to put you, at the end of the year to retirement?
If you get enough championships, you can make your money wherever you want.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You think Tom Brady can't make all the money he wants for the rest of his life off of being Tom Brady?
Yep, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I mean, they already gave him $1 quadrillion for
and he hasn't even broadcast yet.
You know. I mean, I remember when Jason went up there and somebody else, man, they were horrible. The tight end from the Carolina Panthers. Got his name.
Greg Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
it's the truth. But
go ahead. I'm sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
No, go for it, Jimmy.
No, I'm good. No, because I was going to say I definitely want to know her top 5 or top 10, 10 quarterbacks. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, so let's get into that. Yeah, and championships. So we agree. So guys, it looks like we just got our chat working again. So thanks, Trey, for fixing that. So apologies to everybody that our chat wasn't working. If you got questions, feel free to put them in here. And yes, Smash awesome. I like it. Championships. So
I realize that's an easy thing to say when you're poor like us, but like, you've never been offered millions of dollars. Easy to say when it's not actually happening to you, but
so we have a friend, Sierra, and it's a friend of Dre's and everybody's, and he thinks, like, we asked him the top quarterbacks of all time, right? And he has Brett Favre listed as 4th overall. Like above, like who were some of the ones that he had above, Jermaine? Like Montana? Did he have him above Montana? I can't remember who.
Yeah, Montana. He had Montana, Elway.
Brady. I think Brady was on this year.
And then he had Brett Favre at number 4.
So Sierra, every
and you know what? I'm just putting it out there. I don't care. You say he has a buddy. Jerry has a buddy. He's my buddy. His name is Ronald Queen. All right, so I'm just putting it out there. His name is Ronald Queen. Ron, if you're listening right now, I'm putting you on blast, man. All right, seriously, stop.
Hey, what's up, money? What's up?
Yeah. So Lance says money.
So he's saying money. So Lance is saying money.
So how do you feel about Brett Favre? His analogy.
So your question, Sierra, is what are your top 5 all-time quarterbacks?
Okay.
Where do you put Brett Favre?
I don't put Brett Favre in my top 5 all time.
Yes.
Thank you.
There
all right.
is
he in his top 10? Is he in the top 10?
Probably
Yes.
maybe.
No.
Like
outside of it.
10, 9,
11.
like not.
I got him at 12. I got him at 12.
So go ahead. What you got?
All right.
I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we're arguing with that anymore.
Nope.
About that like 2017.
Yeah.
Probably Montana.
Number 2 is Montana. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Montana. Yep.
Number 3.
Of course, like, I was born 1996, so I've only seen it,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Your
And I
era.
don't want to name anybody that's in the league right now that's young because I don't know what could happen to them.
right.
Yeah.
You're not going to see me list Patrick Mahomes in my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Maybe in a few years, right?
He might be.
Mm-hmm.
He might be.
I'm not saying he wouldn't be, 10 years from now, but not
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I honestly think, just based on what he brought to the game, I think Joe Namath is a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Okay. I'd see that. Okay.
Made the Super Bowl.
Joe.
I think that's counts for something anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that sold me and like listener Brett Favre, I don't know, lover. Yeah, he's nowhere to be found on the list.
Ronald Queen, that's his name.
Oh man, you missed that episode, Sierra. I thought Jermaine.
Yeah, you got it. Show, yeah,
everybody,
pull up that
everybody
episode.
who's listening, you gotta check out our episode. Oh, wait a minute. So
Brett Favre is in
my
my
most
top
entertaining.
5. Is that Ron?
Watch it. He might do it.
It's my
entertaining. I could agree
now,
with that.
If you think
he
about
was
that,
entertaining.
Oh,
if you
entertaining.
Think about that. Think about it, guys. Remember, unfortunately, I'm all serious. His dad died that night, but he played Oakland and he went bananas. And remember, he threw balls that were unbelievable, and commentators, everybody. So I can understand why Smash is saying he's very entertaining. So I give it to him because Patrick Mahomes is daggone swinging it like this behind his head.
It's not entertainment. It's luck. I mean, because if we have an arm, if all of us had an arm, a strong arm, and you just hove it, you know what I mean, into the end zone and quadruple coverage, and your guy comes down with it, that is not entertainment. That's luck. That's luck. All right, I'm sorry.
That's so entertainment.
Yeah, Brett Favre is fearless
because he has won me a shocking amount of bar trivia.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You guys know they ask him bar trivia all the time, right? Who caught Brett Favre's first career pass?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is Brett Favre.
I don't care.
Brett Favre.
Oh, Brett Favre.
He got it up in the air and he caught it and tried to advance it. And it was a shocking amount of bar trivia to know.
Oh my God! He was his first one that caught his first pass, right? Okay.
He admitted
I heard it all.
He admitted NFL.
That was some good trivia right there. Yeah.
It's won me some free pitchers of beer, so I'll give Brett Favre that.
There you go. He mentioned the NFL radio that he doesn't read the playbook, so
just like Patrick Mahomes. They said Patrick Mahomes. He said he don't understand. He don't understand the playbook. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people that just don't want to say it, but yeah, you can see a lot of players don't understand the playbook. I'm just gonna run a go route. You know what I mean? Or I'm just going, this is what I'm going to do. I don't know what that play is, so I'm just going to go straight down the line. Just throw it if I'm wide open. I mean, come on.
Would that be Kyler Murray, Jermaine?
That's why Kyler Murray on Madden rating is 84.
Yeah. Well, that's why he had to sign that contract to say that you had to read the playbook once a week or twice a week or study film once.
Study 4 hours, right?
And nobody pays me millions of dollars to do my homework.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody pays me millions to do my homework. Yeah. I pay them to do my homework.
That's the truth, man. Oh my God. Oh man.
Oh my. Yeah.
It's interesting, man. Yeah, when you look at the quarterbacks of all time, they all bought like different things. But Favre was entertaining. But like you said, I mean, he had also good receivers. Now, were they like Justin Jefferson and like Kirk Cousins just throwing up a prayer, like you said, Jermaine? Is he hoeing it and just the guys are coming down with it? I mean, he definitely took chances, Favre. I mean, there's no question.
Entertaining, Sal.
Define entertaining. You never knew how he was going to throw it. Like, he was going to throw it.
God. All right.
It's entertaining. I mean, he has his head down, stumbling, and he just goes like this, and the tight end touchdown. Like, what is he talking about, man?
Right.
Okay. I mean,
I guess it definitely was.
It was entertaining, especially when he threw those interceptions right to the guy. How about that? That was entertaining because I'm laughing my behind off that he threw the ball right to him. The other guy.
The only time the heave-ho wasn't entertaining is when it happened to Super Bowl and Tom Brady heave-hoed it at the last minute in the end zone. You know who almost came down with it. And I was like, no, that is not happening. Like Gronkowski is not coming down with that pass at the last minute when the Eagles were in that Super Bowl and they won it. I was like, no. Like, oh, my God.
What ended with Brett Favre that, yes, he is the greatest of interceptions of all time. So there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, my God.
That's it.
Hail Mary.
That's right. You're not kidding, man.
Hail Mary, Lance.
You got that right.
Oh, by the way, this guy is your nemesis. The one that just said Hail Mary, Lance Gus. He's a Pittsburgh fan, Sierra. He's a Pittsburgh fan. You said, "Oh well, Lance."
Well, actually, I respect Pittsburgh fans nowadays. It was a rough rivalry a few years ago, but they're honestly nowadays Pittsburgh fans know ball, man. Like they know what they're talking about most of the time. So
I respect.
It's not these people that come in here. They're like, Joe Burrow's terrible. He gets carried by Jamar Chase. It's not those people. Those people are mostly not Pittsburgh fans. So
Right. No,
I respect Pittsburgh for actually starting Kenny Pickett. That takes some. Pickett's going to be all right. He's young. He's
going to be fine. I mean, long as what's his name is there. Well, long as Mike Tomlin is there, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's move it along. Let's get to this game here, and and then we can wrap things up here. Great conversation all around, Sierra. Thank you very much, and we're gonna keep it going here. So this game, what up, Kentucky, is what I called it, but you can call it whatever you want. Like what you know about Kentucky, whatever. And you're right, Lance. It does take some cojones. But besides that, way this works is like Hollywood Square. So I'm going to ask a question. It's either going to be about Kentucky or about the Bengals. And Sierra's going to give an answer. And you guys have to decide if Sierra is BSing or she is right. And if you guys get that right, you get the point.
Okay.
All right, Jermaine, get your IQ ready.
All right. And I'll give Sierra some choices too. We're going to start really easy. So for Kentucky, what is the state nickname? Is it the Empire State, the Bluegrass State, the Orange State, or the Sunshine State?
It is the Bluegrass State.
All right, Dre.
That's wrong.
Dre,
that's
right.
That's definitely right. Yeah,
I got you. I'm playing with you.
All right, so we'll start easy. Okay, yes, it is the Bluegrass State. Very good. All right, number 2. What is the state bird? And it's not what Jermaine flips me every week. Not that. What is the state bird? Is it the cardinal, the hummingbird, the robin, or the bluebird?
It is actually the cardinal.
All right, what do you guys think, Jermaine? The cardinal?
She
telling the truth?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
GPS.
I said BS.
I'll read the
You
choices.
said BS. I thought you said GPS.
So the choices again: cardinal, hummingbird, robin, or bluebird. And she.
And what did you say? Sierra's confident in what she just said. So yeah, I'm not saying she's BSing. She's good on. Yeah, she's right.
I said she's BSing.
All right, Mike.
Wow. Actually, hold on, because Louisville's Kentucky, right? Yeah, Louisville. Yeah, they're the Cardinals. So I think it is the Cardinals. I think you're right.
She's confident. That's what I'm saying.
She
said it's not like she had to think about it.
She is right. It is the Cardinals, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
If that wasn't true, I wouldn't say it was the Cardinals because I hate Louisville. I went to UK. I hate Louisville.
All right. What is the state capital? Is it Louisville, Frankfurt, Lexington? Louisville, Frankfurt, or Lexington? What is
I really
the state
expect you to give me a fourth choice right there, but it is Frankfurt.
All right, let's see. What do you guys think?
True.
All right.
BS.
What do you think? All right, so Dre's going with BS. Jermaine?
I thought it was Lexington, so I'm going to say BS.
Guys, it's Frankfurt.
It's Frankfurt.
She is right. She knows her Kentucky.
Why do I always
history.
think it's Lexington, Kentucky?
Look, man.
Both
I
of them
hope
it is.
Look, man. I just go to
Thank
state.
you for a little.
All right. Next one. Fans in Kentucky will root for all the following teams except, is it the Bengals, Titans, Steelers, or Packers? Fans in Kentucky will root for all the following except Bengals, Titans, Steelers, or Packers.
Packers.
All right. What do you think, guys?
That's a trick question.
Yeah, I think it probably is, but I'm going to say it's true.
It's going to. She's okay.
I say she's telling the truth.
All right, Dre.
What did she say? The Packers?
She said the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dre,
go.
what do you think?
I'm going. Wow, I'm going to say the Titans.
All right, so you're going to say the Titans.
I'm gonna say she's telling the truth.
All right, so Mike and Dre say she's telling the truth. Jermaine says no. She's telling the truth, guys. It is the Packers. So Bengals.
Yes, I got one right.
I do know people that are Packers fans in Kentucky. So like,
Why would they be Packers fans in Kentucky? Am I
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make good sense to me. It's true.
Yeah, why would they?
Yeah.
That's just
My best friend from high school was a Packers fan. I've kind of brought her over to the Who Day side, but
No.
she was a Packers fan. So
that bad. Okay, yeah. All right.
Because it depends on location. And Sierra, we talked about this. That's why I figured
it
out.
does depend on location, right? Western Kentucky likes the Titans a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty close to Nashville, but
Yep.
Okay.
All right. The Bengals have been in how many Super Bowls? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5? The Bengals have been in how many Super Bowls?
You talking about in their franchise?
In their franchise,
In their whole
history. How many Super
What
Bowls
was
have
it?
they been
2,
to?
3, what?
2, 3, 4, or 5?
What do you say, Sierra?
Well, the answer is 3.
Oh, okay. Well, I
We
believe
already
it
talked
because I
about
was
this
going
earlier, though.
Huh?
We talked about their Super Bowls earlier, so it's kind
Yeah.
of.
See, I was going to say 2 because
Me too.
I remember.
No, it's 3.
I know.
Yeah.
2 from the 80s, and then most recently against you
And then
guys.
most recently.
Well, that was the thing. I totally forgot about Boomer. You know, I knew about.
Boomer. That's.
But
wait a minute. Yeah. Okay.
Boomer Esiason,
right.
but before Boomer Esiason is Chris Collinsworth. You know, when he was a wide receiver, they went.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Actually, it was against the Lambs.
So Boomer.
Yeah.
So Boomer was the first one.
Talking
Who's
trash.
No. San Francisco was supposed to be in that Super Bowl. Never mind. That was supposed to be the rematch. I hate the Lambs.
agree with that.
I
I
can't
agree with
stand them.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we saying, guys?
You're
Everybody
right.
agreeing?
Yeah.
All right. It is 3, guys. Yes, it is 3. All right.
Yeah.
Kentucky is known as the blank capital of the world. Kentucky is known as the blank capital of the world. Is it grass, pot, horse, or cornbread?
Oh my God!
Wait a minute. Was pot your word, Sal?
Pot.
Kentucky is known as the blank capital of the world. Is it grass, pot, horse, or cornbread?
Well, I want y'all to know that I am, in fact, from the best capital of the world. That's my part of Kentucky. But
what is this here? What do you
it's
think?
horses.
It's horse. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's horse.
I think if you'd have put bourbon, that would have probably fit in.
Oh, okay. That'd be
She's
okay.
not. Yeah, she's not.
Sal, was pot you just do that in there? Okay.
Yeah, but
there's no way.
You're saying grass, pot, and cornbread. It's like, okay, I eat my wheat and
Cornbread.
cornbread.
All right.
Sal.
So everybody agree?
Yeah.
It's
All right.
Yeah.
It is horse, no doubt about it. Okay. It is not pot and it is not cornbread.
It's not
grass and pot, same thing.
Oh my
It's
God.
not even legal in Kentucky.
grass.
Yeah.
You're telling your age, Dre. Grass.
Yeah.
I should have put in bluegrass. All right. All right, the next one. What was invented in Kentucky? Was it ice cream sandwiches, Post-its, pens, or whiteout? What was invented in Kentucky? Ice cream sandwiches, Post-its, pens, or whiteout?
Sounds like stationery. What?
He said whiteout. Well, I'm gonna eliminate whiteout and ice cream sandwiches for sure.
I like.
I'll say postage stamps. That's what I don't know.
Yeah,
Staples
that's the
came from.
yeah.
Staples
I
came
know.
from.
Post-it
He
notes.
said stationary.
Post-it. What do you think, Sierra?
Post-it notes.
It's
Whoa, Lance, easy. All right.
Fighting word.
So Sierra's saying Post-it notes. What do you think, guys? Truth or no?
I'll say truth.
I say truth.
I say
that's
truth
what I
too,
guess.
because
I
the
guess
other three
postage
are
stamps.
other three are bogus. So.
Well, it's definitely not ice cream sandwiches. So it's Post-its. Yes, that is true. Nice work.
He said whiteout.
I know they make them there, but I didn't know if they were invented there.
Did y'all like the smell of whiteout? Did y'all like the smell of whiteout back in the day with the bottle? I mean, because I was in high school, I used to sniff it.
Oh boy, that's
You know,
Okay, all right.
explains it.
We're on pot, grass, and sniffing whiteout.
He said whiteout.
And you told
Hey, you stop playing. Y'all used to smell the smell of whiteout. Now
No,
stop
man, I
playing.
ain't playing.
Oh, that was cool. It was the
No,
markers. It was the Sharpie
Yes.
marker.
No,
No,
right.
no, it was a little bottle
I
that
ain't
you
put that
that
white
you-
up on my
that you
nose,
put
man.
in that you put into there.
Nah, man.
Yes, you did, man.
Nah.
Stop playing, Dre.
Nah.
Stop playing.
Oh my
Yeah.
You know,
God.
You need help?
That used to wake me up in class.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's the
It
truth.
needs a lot of help.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
stop playing. All right, the audience out there. I know y'all smelled that. The little white bottle that said whiteout. Y'all mean to tell me y'all didn't smell that? Stop. Y'all used to
Oh,
smell
man.
it.
I'm gonna write this from Jordan Peele.
That explains a lot. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Nope.
All right, we got 3 more.
All right,
Kentucky
all right.
is famous. Kentucky's famous for all of the following except what? Kentucky's famous for all the following except for horse racing, bourbon, beer, or moonshine. Kentucky is famous for all the
that's a tough
following
one.
except horse racing, bourbon, beer, or moonshine.
Moonshine.
I'm going to say beer.
All right, so Sierra says
I
moonshine.
think moonshine.
So what do you
Moonshine.
guys? You agree or disagree? She says
Yeah,
moonshine.
I agree with Sierra. Moonshine. Yeah.
I say BS.
Okay.
Dre, you'd be right. That would be BS. It's famous for all the following except for beer, believe it or not. They consider moonshine, bourbon, and horse racing their top three.
See, I consider moonshine from Tennessee, though.
Yeah, that's
Lance got it.
Yeah.
Go, Lance.
Tennessee's got all the burp. That's bourbon. That's
I
all
don't
the
think
whiskey.
we're famous for beer either, but I also don't think we're famous for moonshine.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm going by Google here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you say beer would probably be lower than moonshine, but I don't think either. I would think of Kentucky.
I guess they're not talking about the nice kind of moonshine.
That's right.
There's a nice kind.
Yeah. All right, two more. The career leader in Bengals touchdowns is it Ocho Cinco, AJ Green, Pete Johnson, or Carl Pickens? The career leader in Bengals touchdown, is it Ocho Cinco, Al Green, Pete Johnson, or Carl Pickens?
Al Green.
Al Green.
Oh, no, Al Green's a singer, Sal.
Right.
Sorry,
You mean
AJ
AJ?
Green. My bad. AJ
You're still trying to think about
I
it.
didn't want to say nothing, man.
Yeah,
I had
and
AJ Green on
and
my
I-
brain sticker.
And I'm the
Sorry.
only one that
Al
smelled the
Green.
white out. Okay. All right.
I have
I'm
some
the
right
only
now.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
who's the career leader? Chad Johnson, AJ Green, Pete Johnson, or Carl Pickens?
I say Carl
Ocho
Pickens.
Cinco.
Ooh,
All right, so she says
okay.
Ocho Cinco.
I
Jermaine?
say Pickens.
All right. Mike?
She's
I say AJ Green.
BSing.
She's BSing. She
What
is
is your-
BSing. It's Pete Johnson, believe it or not.
Oh, Pete
It
Johnson.
is
I ain't
Pete
never heard
Johnson.
of Pete Johnson. When did he play?
A long time ago.
Before Chris Collinsworth.
No, before Chris Collinsworth.
That's what I
never
just
heard
said,
of Pete
before Chris
Johnson. Oh,
Collinsworth.
okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Who's
he-
a running back?
Oh, yeah, he. I believe he was a receiver, but yeah, it was in. I believe he was in the 60s. So if I recall, yeah, it was, but it wasn't by
Lance
much. It
Johnson.
was only like a touchdown or
We've only
two.
been a franchise since '68, so it wasn't in the '60s.
So it could have.
okay.
It was close. Let me see. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Let me look it up
Pete
real quick
Johnson.
here.
Yeah, you're gonna get a
But
whole
he-
bunch of Pete
Chat
Johnson.
GPT lying to you, Sal.
AI.
Yeah,
Yep.
Pete Johnson. Listen to the quick.
Making up stuff.
Making up stuff. So he scored 76 touchdowns. He was born in 1954. He had over 5,000 rushing yards, so he actually must have been a running back. He was from Ohio University. Let me see what year he actually played, though.
Okay. Ohio.
Doesn't say what year he actually played, though.
Were they a
What,
pretty burger
what year
team?
did Pete Johnson play for the Bengals? Here we go. Hold on. Let's see. He was 1977. He was pick 49 in round 2. So
Oh,
late 70s.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Pete
I can
Johnson.
say that I don't know him. So
Yeah.
All right. And we'll end up with this one. This will probably be an easy one. Who Day for Bengals fans refers to, is it players, fans, soda, or beer? Who Day for Bengals fans refers to, is it players, fans, soda, or beer?
Beer.
All right.
oh, okay. I was gonna say fans, but you know better than I do, Sierra.
Let's
Well-
see, Mike.
She said, well,
I'll tell you that.
I'll agree. I'll say yeah.
All right. Dre?
I'm gonna say BS.
She
Wait,
is
look,
right,
man,
guys.
just give us
Beer.
the answer. You BSing all. You BSing
Yeah, it is beer. We talked about it earlier in the show when I mentioned remember
Right.
Who Day and they
Yeah,
sell
I
them
know.
beer.
Yeah.
I thought that's why I thought it was a dead giveaway, but I was going to save it for the
man.
end. But
I'm just
It is
bringing the
beer.
drama to the Bengals.
Ah! So I would say Jermaine probably got all the points. So we'll just pretend that he's the winner for now. And that Sal knows who actually AJ Green is, who he really does. But
Oh, I know who AJ. Yeah, I know who Al Green is too, Sal.
yeah, and he was not the career leader in touchdowns. But I believe Chad Johnson was number 2
Oh,
behind.
he
him.
was okay.
I think.
All right.
I think
That
he
makes
was,
sense.
if I remember correctly. But
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, I that threw me off too. I'm like, who is Pete Johnson? I'm like, really,
Yeah,
all-time leaders? I was like, come on.
Wow. Yeah.
Never would have guessed. But
Never would have. Yep.
anyway,
It's
before my
interesting.
time.
So we do this thing in Cincinnati. They've been started, I think, 3 years ago, where we're sort of campaigning because there's not very many Bengals players in the Football Hall of Fame, right? So we're doing this thing. Some of the big name tailgate fans in Cincinnati are doing a thing. It's called Jungle to the Hall. They've done it 3 summers in a row. They made a short list of players that they, compiled their achievements and that sort of thing that they think deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. So far, we got one. We got one.
We got one.
Yeah. We got one. And then we talked about Kenny Anderson. He's a finalist for next year, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Oh.
All right, touchdown leaders, by the way, Pete Johnson, 70, Chad Johnson, 66, AJ Green, 65, and Carl Pickens, 64.
So Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson. Yeah, you're right.
See, I thought AJ Green was kind of close to Ocho.
Yeah, I thought AJ Green would have beat Chad Johnson. I guess not.
By 1 point, Chad got him by 1 touchdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was close, but yeah. So Lance is right. It's Ocho. But
Ocho.
Anyway. Well, Sierra, we had a ball today. Just want to give a shout out to Sierra for hanging with us today. We really appreciate it. And Sierra, we'd love to have you back on if you're up for it again. And we
gotta bring you back for the San Fran Cincinnati game. That's what
yeah,
bring her back then. Yeah, bring her back before the game,
Yes.
If you're interested, Mike made this prediction form. It's like an IRS tax form, but it's fun. Like it's basically like predictions for the season. But it's a cool thing if you want to fill it out. It's easy, and we can get you back on the show for some predictions too if you want. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm awesome for being on this, coming on the show, and I'm looking forward to having you on some more.
That's BS.
Me on.
That's BS. So, Sierra, what we do to end the show is we always go around real quick and we just say what's on your mind. It could be anything that you want just to kind of close it out. So let's start with Sierra. What's on your mind or anything you want to say about the season coming up or what?
I just want to say we're coming. Who day?
We coming. I like that. I like it, Sierra.
Yep. Mike, what do you got?
Just right now, I'm just looking forward to seeing what the Jets do. I think that's going to be the most intriguing team of the season. I think they're going to crash and burn, but I just got to watch it.
Yes.
Who Roger? Yeah. All right. Dre, what do you got?
So two seasons ago, remember, I predicted the Bengals to be in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They were. I'm going to say that they're going to beat I think they're going to. I got Kansas City in the AFC Championship with the Bengals, so I'm gonna say Bengals are gonna be in the AFC Super Bowl.
All right,
I'm not being biased either. I'm just saying.
For what it's worth, here, this is a guy who thought the Jets were going to go far in the playoffs last year. So
but look where the Jets are going.
They're moving. We'll see.
Hey,
we're talking about
see on paper.
Top 5 defense. Come on,
on paper is looking good.
We got to put this up here before Jermaine.
All right, Jermaine, what's on your mind besides whiteout and snort?
Not quite whiteout, close enough. I'll see the picture of the product.
They don't even sell it anymore, dude.
Hey, y'all sound like y'all need to go to Taj Mahal. Oh, that's funny.
Jermaine, what's on your mind, man? What are you wrapping up with today?
Looking forward to another great NFL season. I can't believe we're talking about an NFL season. We were just talking about it last year. So just looking forward to that. And hopefully this heat will just diminish. I'm baking in here, so I'm glad we're about to get off. I'm surprised you don't see the sweat beads coming off. I'm trying to go upstairs to the AC. So, I hope they get this done. But nah, glad to be back, Sierra. We glad that you came on. And
absolutely.
And enough said. Crew guys, I'm glad that we're back on together. Let's do it. Have another great season.
Now that's a good way, and I'll just tag on to that. Appreciate it for all our listeners today. Appreciate it, obviously, Sierra, for coming on today. We can't do this without all of our listeners, so we're so appreciative of everybody and all our guests. And football season's coming up. Let's all enjoy it. And you can follow us again on Enough Said Crew on any of the social media channels, or email us at enoughcrews@gmail.com. All right, guys, have a great week, okay? And we'll catch up with you guys real soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate
it.
See y'all later on.
See you.
All right.